Today we talk about online marketing for schools or similar business models where you need to get people to register, and it goes in many different steps on the way before people actually give you money. For example, for schools, they need to visit. Eventually they will contact you. They will start comparing with other schools, and the decision process requires a lot of research. You need to think a lot about it, and it's something you do maybe 1 year in advance or even more. By the end of this video, you will learn to define your marketing budget, because what you may face right now is you need to do more promotions, you need to start reaching out to potential leads, but you have no idea how much you should invest, how to invest that money, and eventually how to say yes or no to a marketing agency or anyone who is working as the marketing in your company, how to guide them to make the best decisions for boosting the sales for the next year or the next enrollment period. By the way, you are on Scale in Peace YouTube channel. My name is Nicolas Tran. I'm a former hostel owner, and I've also faced the similar challenges that schools may face right now. I eventually managed to reach 100% of occupancy. So this video will highly be inspired on my experience and my current expertise. If you want to know more about Scale in Peace, you can check the description of this YouTube channel. If you appreciate this video, give it a like and show me your appreciation and support in the comments. So if you try to define your online marketing budget, you need to have a full understanding of the decision making of your customers who try to register to your school. Usually it's a parent who needs to enroll their kids for the next year, and they are hesitating in between a few schools. So the first goal of your marketing team should be to be shortlisted as part of the top 3 or top 5 schools that those parents would choose from. So in order to do this, you need to be visible on Google, and you need to be visible on Google Maps, and eventually have your website up to date and some recent social media posts, so that whenever we land onto your page, first, we don't see any misinformation. Second, we see the latest and accurate information. And we eventually see that you're active, and we see professional photos and good content that gives us a good understanding of what school you are, what is your atmosphere, and what are the opportunities that we can get from registering at your school. I think this is the first basic thing that you need to aim for your marketing strategies. Now, once people have shortlisted your school, they will hesitate between a few, and they will start to compare. What will make a difference at that level is how the experience is and how easy it is for them to get in touch with your team and to visit the school. Usually parents and students will want to visit the establishment they might spend the next few years in, and they will want to see the classroom, they will want to see the teachers, eventually other students, feedback and facilities that your campus or your school is offering. So you can say that your marketing goal should be to maximize the conversion between a random person into a visitor of your school. So from your website, you need to know how many people visit your website, how many people visit your Google Maps page, how many people visit your Facebook page, and then you need to know how many people visit your school. If you know that, then you can compare how many percent people visit compared to the total amount of people who interact with you online. If you know that, then you can move on to the second number that is very important, is the people that register in your school. I'm not talking about current students who will register for the next year. I'm talking about the random people who are joining as new students in your school. How many of these do you have on a yearly basis compared to how many visits, compared to how many visitors on all of your platforms altogether? Once you know about these 3 layers of information, you can calculate the rate of conversion in between. And again, it doesn't have to be the exact same person that goes from one process to another. you might be lucky and some people might just register without visiting. You might have people who visit your campus without visiting your website, so they are not related to each other, and not everyone will go through that same route. But having an idea will help you later on with what I have to say on this video about your marketing budget. All right, now that you have this, you can also add one more data, is eventually the people who are contacting you or messaging you online. This could be interesting to know, because usually they might contact you first for a specific information that your website is not covering, or a specific situation they have. And then thanks to the good answer you give them, or thanks to the answer they have, the information they collect, they will book a visit or an appointment, and they might actually register like that. So you might have these 4 levels of data. Then you can have this on the table, for example, on a yearly basis. If you can go back in time and look into the history and eventually have numbers from the last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, this is actually really good, because you will see an evolution of your new enrollment versus the number of visits versus the number of people who heard about you online. Then what you do with all that is you compare it with the actual amount of people who are registered now and your target of people you want to enroll for the next year. So you put these 2 numbers together and you say, okay, right now we have 400 students. By the next year, we want to have 500. And we have X amount of visits. We have X amount of people who contact us right now. Thanks to this, we are able to get X amount of new enrollments on a yearly basis. Now, if we want to reach to 100 for the next year, then it's just a question of multiplying all those numbers so that you have an idea of how many online visitors need to land on the website eventually, how many visits you need to make, how many contacts you need to get. And you can take those numbers to your marketing team and tell them, okay, guys, now you have an idea of how many visits you need to get me, how many contacts you need to get me, etc., etc., etc. And they will be able to come up with solutions for these, and you will have an idea of how much it represents, because each registration, each enrollment represents an amount of money. So you can define your budget thanks to this process. And if you have a business that is similar to schools, this is the actual same process. So that's almost the end of it. So now your marketing team has a visibility on what results you expect. This will help any web agency, any person who is involved in your marketing efforts to understand how they can actually help you. The marketing team will actually resonate to the how many contacts need to be done in order to convert into visits, how many visitors need to be turned into enrollments. And if you manage to have a mindset like this, then it can also help you to answer your marketing team who has a quotation on the table to redo the website, and you can say, is it going to guarantee and help me to achieve those results and reach more people, and etc., etc. If you talk with a marketing agency that propose some paid advertising or some backlink building or any type of online marketing strategies, then you can ask them to tailor-made something that will help you to reach your marketing goals. And I'm saying this because I'm facing this situation today where I actually spend some time with customers who are great business owners, but they have no idea about how to talk to someone who is a designer or a web agency. And they ask the web agency to come up with a solution to their problem. But the web agency is quoting them some price for services, and the business owner has no idea if they should say yes or no. So now with this video, I hope it helped you to make a decision and to take the people who are involved in the marketing efforts through that process of understanding why they are doing it, what results you expect from them, so you can invest your marketing budget wisely. I hope it helped. If you want to dig further into those questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, Defining a marketing budget is a process that requires to transform the data that you probably already have into a marketing plan. So I can definitely help you with that, and you can also check the related videos on that topic. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video on Scale in Peace. Bye guys.